Hello and welcome to the CareerHUD Video User Guide. This video will provide a brief explanation of the CareerHUD and demonstrate how the CareerHUD can be used by airmen to make better informed decisions for their military careers. So what is the CareerHUD? The CareerHUD is a web-based interactive visualization tool for airmen to manage and drive their careers forward. An airman simply clicks a button or two, and the CareerHUD automatically assembles and generates the relevant achievements and milestones. It is important to note that no personally identifiable information is stored. The information that is stored is Common Access Card protected. In order to use the CareerHUD, an airman will need three things: an unclassified Intelink account, access to the 480th ISR Wing SharePoint, and a digital copy of their VMPF. Airmen can download a copy of their VMPF by following the link on the CareerHUD homepage. Accessing that link, scroll to the bottom of the page and select Print All. Choose PDF as the file format and save locally. Once you have all three items, you're ready to use a CareerHUD. Click on the I already have a VMPF button and locate the PDF that you saved earlier and open it. The CareerHUD takes the PDF, scrapes the information from it, and displays the information all behind the scenes. The CareerHUD presents the airman with three primary sections: the airman's career, personal information, and additional information about any portion that they have selected. An airman can expand and collapse the graphs on the right-hand portion of the screen. This allows the airman to make better decisions by displaying only the pertinent information. Additionally, an airman can drag and drop the graphs to rearrange them for a more comparative display. For example, the airman can have the personal and position windows next to each other with all the other graphs collapsed. That way, the airman can determine what scenarios are realistic and actionable. Let's talk about the personal overview. The personal overview portion lists basic details about the airman, such as their name, rank, AFSC, and duty title. That information is provided at the top left portion of the graph. Directly below the personal overview box is the additional information box. This box provides information and links about whatever element the airman has selected. For the purpose of this video, all information has been removed. However, the finalized version of the CareerHUD will provide the airman with useful links and information to make better career decisions. For example, if we go into the rank graph, we can derive information one of two ways. By hovering over the element, you can get the time and grade information for that rank. Also, by selecting it, you can get that information along with more information in the additional information box. You may have noticed three icons in the additional information box area. Those icons are the Save, Delete, and Contact Support functions. More information about these functions will be provided later in the video. Let's talk about the top bar at a glance. The top bar at a glance is located at the top right area of the HUD and provides airmen with information about their enlistment. There are three graphs located in this area: enlistments, duty station assignment, and deployments. Enlistments provides information about the terms of their current contract. It is broken up into two parts, designated by the colors green and red. Green means that they have no re-enlistment and ETS concerns. Red means that the current contract is coming to a close. They should consider scheduling a conversation with their career advisor. Duty station and assignment. This graph provides the airmen with information about their current and previous assignments and duty stations. As with any element on the HUD, airmen can get additional information about the element by either hovering over it or clicking it. The deployments graph displays all deployments the airman has completed. However, the deployments must have lasted at least 30 consecutive days for the HUD to recognize it as a deployment. There are two lines running vertically throughout the right-hand portion of the HUD. The solid white line represents the current date. The dashed white line represents the airman's active duty service commitment date. Let's talk about the rank graph. The rank graph provides information about the airman's rank. There are two types of data listed here. The blue elements are the time and grade for the airman. The black and gray elements are the average time and grade for airmen in the same AFSC. This information can be used by career advisors and administrative leaders to determine how an airman stacks up against their peers, allowing leaders to determine if someone is high speed and therefore more promotable. The positions graph provides the airman with information about their previous and current positions. Position elements are categorized into three different types based off of command levels. This information is pulled from the PDF that the airman provides. As with every other element, airmen can get more information by hovering over the element or selecting it. The PME graph provides both military and civilian education to the airmen. The data is categorized into bars for durations of time and stars, incidents. So far, we've demonstrated how the CareerHUD can scrape data from a PDF and display historic events from an airman's career. But the CareerHUD can also be used as a career planning tool. Let's take a minute to demonstrate how an airman can plan their career using the CareerHUD. Here's a scenario. An airman is considering what positions might be best to advance his career. So he schedules an appointment with his career advisor and wants to discuss his ways forward. He uses the CareerHUD to lay out a couple options. He wants to create a couple scenarios and choose the best one. So he goes to the position graph, clicks on the Add button, and creates a new scenario. Doing this, he now has two positions graphs. Both are displaying the same information, but now he can manually input positions into each to create two different scenarios. We have two scenarios. Great. Now let's create a narrative. Within the first position scenario, I'm going to go ahead and click Add and add a title. We'll just, for the sake of this, I'm going to give it 1 and say that this position starts in 2018 and it will end in 2023. Once that's done, I'll go ahead and add it to my scenario. Now you can see that this actually has populated within the first scenario, but not the second one. In the second position scenario, let's go ahead and add another one. This one I will list as 2, and it will start from 2018 and run until about 2025. Now you can see that we can create multiple scenarios, and that way you can create a narrative of how you want your career to progress and which ones are actually realistic. By using these graphs in comparison with other elements of the HUD, this creates a narrative that the airman can use to project how they would like their career to go. Great. Now the airman has two scenarios with slightly different narratives. They can save this information by clicking on the button found at the bottom left-hand portion. This creates a profile that is stored on the 480th ISR SharePoint. This is CAC protected and no PII is being stored. This is so that the airmen can work on this and pick right back up where they left off if they choose to. Now, if you're uncomfortable with this, you can also click on the button to the right of that, which will delete any and all information that is associated with that CAC card. Lastly, if the airman finds any UI quirks, irregularities, wants some improvements made to the HUD, they can click on the email development team. This reaches out to the development team and they are quite agile, and usually the UI changes and implementations take no more than a week. Here's some additional information. You might have noticed the award section. This is where all awards and decorations earned by the airman is displayed. We plan on adding a promotion point calculator in the future. The calculator will be able to associate the awards with the appropriate amount of points, tally up the points, and generate the total number for the airman. In the other graph, we have included information about the airman's clearance status. As with other time-sensitive elements, the HUD will notify the airmen when they should consider initiating the reinvestigation process. Helpful information will be provided in the left-hand box. Interestingly, the clearance information box is a timer. The support team can change the parameters to reflect other time-related events. For example, recertification windows for Security Plus can be displayed as well. How does the development team plan on moving forward? The development team has extensive plans on the maturation process of the HUD. It is heavily impacted by user feedback, and the team has already implemented several updates based off of test iterations. The team is planning on, or currently working on, the ability to export email the personalized Airman's HUD. This would be useful for career advisors and decision makers. The ability to associate more than one VMPF with a single profile. This is mostly intended to be used by leaders and career advisors. And most importantly, the ability to link up with numerous Air Force servers and databases. This would aggregate and display the CAC-protected information, providing airmen with the most up-to-date and accurate information available.